Good morning, one and all present here. Life is all about adoring yourself, creating yourself. Life can be only understood backward, but it must be lived forward. Life itself is a golden opportunity to live in a meaningful way and support others to do so. It doesn't matter how many years we live, but it matters how well we live a quality life. Life is nothing but a journey with lessons, hardships, heartaches, and special moments. It will ultimately lead us to our destination, that is, our purpose in life. The topic for today is Live the Life. And I take great pleasure to introduce Mr. V. Nandakumar IRS, who is here with us today to share his thoughts. We welcome you, sir. I request Mrs. Subhashni to introduce the speaker of the day.
Thank you, Anandi. Success is no accident. It is hard work, perseverance, learning, studying, sacrifice, and most of all, love of what you're doing or learning to do. For the webinar today, we have with us a multi-talented personality who is an auditor, guest lecturer, mentor, writer, amateur, photographer, and a short filmmaker. Let's welcome Mr. Nandakumar, Additional Commissioner of Income Tax Department. He is an All India topper in UPSC exam 2005 batch and has served as Lieutenant in Officer Training Academy, Deputy Registrar of Cooperative Societies, as Assistant Director of Rural Development and as Deputy Collector. Mr. Nandakumar is a successful person who served as a youngest private secretary of the Union Ministry of India and is considered as one of the top most 20 youth icon of India. He has been a source of inspiration to 3 lakh students in government, tribal, and government-aided schools through his motivational program, Tune the Din. With a training program called Vinay Tandi, he has provided training to more than 30,000 government school teachers by guiding them with the teaching methodologies to provide education to children with the learning disabilities. Through social medias like WhatsApp, Instagram, Facebook page called Nandakumar IRS, he has provided free mentoring and grooming to more than 20,000 UPSC civil service aspirants. He also conducts workshops based on innovation and ideas for young entrepreneurs. He has bagged lots of awards to his credits, like YouTube Award for motivating youth for high-level aspirations and raising them with self-esteem, the Best Auditor of the Year Award, and he has conferred 2 honorary doctorates for his individual and social responsibilities. He has been a guest lecturer in reputed universities and institutions. He also has passion for writing, and his articles are published in Harvard Business Schools and many other top business schools. It is indeed a great pleasure to have such an eminent personality as resource person for today's webinar. Before handing over the forum, parents can pose the questions in the chat, which will be answered by our resource person during the last 10 minutes. I now request Mr. Nandakumar to take over the forum.
So good morning everyone, and it's great pleasure that to meet all my friends and also their parents. So I would like to state all the students as my friends, and the reason because the school children, they listen to the friends. They never listen to their parents and even to their teachers also. That is why teachers and even the parents, they sometimes have a grudge that my son and my daughter doesn't listen to me. So I would like to treat everyone as my friend and just listen to me and don't just hear me. If you start listening, the topic which I have given is live the life. So what is actually, it's very, I have not given any complicated topic as such. So why to live the life? That's the basic question. Because whether I'm living today or I think that I will live the best tomorrow, because only 3 days we are actually knowing the past, present, and the future. Like in the English grammar, whatever you have, past life again. That we always feel about the yesterday. That I felt yesterday was the worst day or yesterday was the best day. And based on the yesterday's life, now I'm trying to see that it should not be as bad as yesterday, or it should not be as again that, or it should be as good as yesterday. So that is where we are trying to even compare for the year and the past years also. So as being my friends again, school friends, all the school friends again, that live the life in the sense every day you should have the sense that you should live the best, because the present condition, you know that you have not physically moved away from your home, or rather you didn't have much of your physical activity, or you didn't even have much of a thought that what within a little space, again, whatever your room and your home, the room and the home, that would have not given the permutations. The permutation here sense that what can I do being inside my home? What can I learn being inside my room? What can I actually perceive? And what experience am I going to have? That is where when government had a curfew, that's curfew in the sense of the move restricting everyone's movement during Corona time, we didn't have much of a life to live, and except watching TV, or even that OTT again, Netflix or Prime Video, or any YouTube channel that you would have seen the movie, or some entertainment or some reality show that would have entertained you, and someone need to entertain each and everyone, let it be a student or a parent or a teacher. So you require someone to entertain. Unless you feel that someone is entertaining you, or someone is occupying your time, and someone is actually taking away your time, you don't feel that you're bored, or you're preoccupied, or you're occupied. And that is why when I'm given the question, am I living my life? That is the question, first question. What is actually living? The living is actually reality. Say today, now I'm addressing you. You know that when I'm addressing you, it is again that I'm providing my time to you people. In both, though I'm addressing in the video, and am I able to emotionally connect each and everyone who are listening to me, and who are watching me, who are listening me. There are different level of the perception. Like someone is hearing, someone is listening, someone is watching, someone is observing, someone is actually looking about what is my background, what is my lighting, what is am I wearing, and even the content also. And someone would have even listened to the profile introduction. All these were all the composite aspect of what we are now. That is actually living. So this is reality. So when I live in the reality, actually, my human being as such, like my life as such, in terms of soul and in terms of physical, both. Morning, everyday morning, because I used to go for 20 kilometers walk every day, morning 10 kilometer and evening 10 kilometers, 20 kilometers walk actually. And many people state that only because of walking, I'm lean and also see stated to be the fit. It's not that actually. I didn't want to stay fit for today. I don't want for today. Don't think that I'm walking today. I'm walking today. That means I'm living today. When I'm walking and making myself fit for myself again, it is again fit to myself. That we dress to thyself, and say we dress to others, but we eat to thyself. That's a term they used to say. We are putting our dress again to show off and to for others again. See, I'm naked in my sense actually, so I'm dressing up myself for others. But when I eat something, it is for myself. That is called thyself. That in English, when they say thyself again, it's actually for myself. So do we have a day for myself? Because all the students and the teachers and the parents, they don't live for themselves. That is why parents are much bothered about their children, or their boy and girl, and boys are much bothered about their teachers and school, and even their parents, that they are pestering them to read, write, and do the homework and attend the session. So someone need to need to compel you. Someone need to say that what you should do, what you shouldn't do. See, all these are all someone is trying to make us to live what actually they wanted. So that is why I said I'm not walking this 20 kilometers for today. If I'm having a walk of 20 kilometers a day, today again, morning time and evening time, I'm finding my time actually. People say that, how do you find time? Even I go for cycling sometimes I go for cycling for 30 kilometers, I do yoga. I used to, because I did all the activity, whatever I felt that I wanted for myself again. It is not that I've done something that to get impressed, or rather that someone to someone impress and get me the feedback, sir. What you are doing cycling, you are doing yoga. It is not that to be praised by someone. When I lived actually my day, I feel this 20 kilometers walk, it's giving me not only the fitness for the today. And when I saw my health profile is absolutely perfect again. And when my health assessment was done again, my one of my friend, he was telling me, "Hey man, I was really jealous of your heart." When we did again a master health checkup, when we did a master health check, we saw your heart profile, and your heart profile again. Though I am actually now 40, when he was actually telling about, I could able to see your heart profile, that it is actually a 16-year boy heart. And I'm really surprised you have a very healthy heart again. And you don't even have a 40 years of a person's heart again. Your heart is so, all the arteries, veins, that it is so perfect, and we could able to see each and every single vein, and the veins and the arteries. So that is how people, it is not that I walk for the day. That is again living. So when I'm living the day, that means life is the process. I'm born. When my parent has given birth, as physical role, they have discharged their role, and now mentally and physically, the children's again that are brought up child rearing practice. They is called again a child rearing practice. My father, mother try to teach me what is good and good or bad. By they say that don't touch this, don't do that. So, like a child again, they learn themselves. And you know very well that every child, a born child, when it is thrown into the water, don't think that again it is actually not to subject to experiment, but it is the natural capability and the natural instinct and the natural the habitual and the aspects of every child, born child. If a born child thrown into the water, don't think the child will sink and it will drink water and get drowned. Not at all. Because the child which is born, the newly born child again, it will have the capacity to swim and float. You know that? Many people do not know that a born child has the capability, because it does not develop the lungs again. In the amniotic fluid in your mother womb, every child have swim. They have actually swam, and they have actually, without oxygen, they have survived the inside the, and it's the umbilical cord which is connected to your mother, and you didn't actually inhale, and you started inhaling only when you're born. That the first breath again which you have taken, so that time you're started breathing. You start giving functionality to your lungs actually, and that is why it's very important. A newly born child has the has the capacity, or has the capability, has the natural talent to swim. But in due course of time, suppose I don't know how many know swimming, and how many has the interest to swimming, and people are scared of water. And I've seen people that they say they do not know how to swim, and the reason, because when we grow, these natural capabilities and the natural orientation given by the god, we are losing away by our artificial living, because we want to live always for others. We don't have. That is why I said, if you realize what you are living for this day, today, that is the day again. If you are realizing that you made this day the best, that is what I'm stating. Live the life in the sense, not to live the life again like an existentialism, like someone feeds you. someone teaches you, someone guides you, someone mentors you, someone motivates you. It's not that. You require your life that to get motivated by yourself, to get guided again, self-guided again. You know that you should always know. That is why the education is not to give you the intuition. You have your intuition. Naturally, every human have an intuition what is good and bad. And when any deed, see any deed again, you don't want to someone want to don't want to teach. Your father and mother do not want to teach again what is good and bad for you. And even your parents also do not want to get learn from their grandparent that what is good and bad in their life. You will know what is good and bad for your life, and you are expected to acquire, develop, and retain and make use of it, whatever you have learned in any part of your life again, in any aspect of your day to day life. That is very much essential to live the entire life again, from your birth to death. And that is called the life. It's a process. Don't think that living is actually a moment. Today, this minute, and this second, that is living. If I'm not able to speak the best today, maybe I should try tomorrow to do the best again. And I'm not thinking that again, I wasted my time yesterday and today also I'm wasting my time. Tomorrow I do not know what to do because I don't have some homework or no one has given me the work and no one has told me that what to do. And I always sit in a computer and play the game or whatever the game again that these children are nowadays. All the parents try to say that they are addicted again. It's not an addiction, it's more of an interest you have developed into these games, and you find that it's more of an interactive, and that is why most of the children they are getting involved, and the parents again they think that they are addicted. It's not the addiction. The same attitude as you have the involvement, the more actually that you have mastered, because I've seen my son who has mastered the entire GTA. People think that GTA is again that is again. So when he plays PS4 again and the GTA game, I used to watch him. What is actually his attitude? What is actually his behavior? What is actually he's trying to learn? And how much involvement and how much dedication, how much mastered he does actually. He is really compassionate again. He has a passion to play the game. But the problem is again, I'm telling you, my friends again, you don't have the same passion get extended to learn your life. That's again living the life in the it's meant not living just like that. And that is why you don't have many things to learn except your subject and what the assignment or the homework you have been given to. What actually I have learned for the day. And that is why when Anandi madam and even Shalini madam they introduced my profile, they have not thought about again that I've not introduced my complete profile. Probably I've given my positive profile. See, remember that I said live the life. You know what is living the life again? The moment you should live. That is where I used to have a very wonderful song actually, and it is in Tamil. Let me sing that, and you feel this again, emotionally feel the song again. You will feel how beautiful and how actually we live the life again. This is the song. Nila காயிரது நீதன் தேகின்றது யாரும் ரசிக்கவில்லையே இந்த கண்கள் மட்டும் உன்னை காணும் தென்றல் போகின்றது சோலை சிரிக்கின்றது யாரும் சூயிக்கவில்லையே சின்ன கைகள் மட்டும் உன்னை தீண்டும். பாருங்க என்ன அழகான வரிகள். நீலா காகிறது. The moon is glowing. நீதம் தேகின்றது. It's waxing and waning. The new moon and the full moon. நீதம் தேகின்றது. யாரும் ரசிக்கவில்லையே. We have never seen the moon and enjoyed the moon. How beautiful it is again, the sun and the moon, and how the cloud movements again. We feel miserability because we don't have an attention for so many things in life, the beauty of the life again. That is why I said again, very beautiful line. நீலா காய்கிறது நீதம் தேகின்றது யாரும் ரசிக்கவில்லையே இந்த கண்கள் மட்டும் உன்னை காணும். இந்த கண்கள் மட்டும் உன்னை காணும். That means only when I have an attention to look at you, when I have an attention to concentrate, when I have an interest to focus on, when I have an involvement to involve myself, when I have a passion to look at things in a different perception, யாரும் ரசிக்கவில்லையே, யாரும் ரசிக்கவில்லையே, இந்த கண்கள் மட்டும் உன்னை காணும். This is called a visualization. When you realize your day-to-day life, that's very important. We don't realize. That is the term. You're getting ready to live. You think that when you are excellent in your school curriculum, you think that you are excellent in everything. It's not. That is why in the UPSC civil service, they told that I've topped actually. I'm already number one. When actually they interviewed my profile, they had so many interesting things in my profile. It is not only my educational background. Don't think that my educational background is an extraordinary educational background like you people are so blessed to be in the San Academy group of schools actually, that you have a fantastic environment. You have a fantastic, again, the San Academy has provided you the environment, the infrastructure, the resources, again, the intellectual resources, again, the human resources, material resources, everything. But do we live the life? You feel the miserability even in the comfort environment, even when you are in the home, when you are even protected and even nurtured actually. And think, my interview profile was very interesting. That is where Dr. Abdul Kalam sir stated, Nandakumar, your profile is a miracle. He stated the same word. This miracle should happen for each and every youth of India. This was he stated in the year 2005. Let me tell you. In the UPSC interview, when the interview members saw my profile, you know, my schooling, I didn't have a school name. Remember that I didn't have a school name to be written. That someone writes, because the columns there are columns to fill your educational background. When I filled my educational background, I filled again that my school name, Avadi, school name and Avadi, and I stated, you know that because which standard they used to mention, that standard or board they used to mention. I was stating that till sixth again. I wrote my school name, my actually board, that state board of the state board syllabus. I wrote it again like a CBSE. I wrote again like whatever the syllabus which the curriculum which you are belonging to. I wrote my which curriculum, the state board curriculum. I mentioned it, and I just mentioned sixth standard. And after sixth standard, I just wrote my 10th that as private and plus 2 as a private. You know that I'm a school dropout because of learning disorder. I was thrown away from the school. It's not a dropout actually. I was not dropped out from the school. I was thrown away from the school. You children are so much blessed. You are in the best environment. What more than the life you want to live? You are living the life actually. But I never had the opportunity to live the comfort life and the environment, the resources what you have. As being a school dropout, sixth standard from a government school again, I didn't give my that profile to be someone told by to be told by someone. If you go and start googling it, you will get to know who am I. And as being a school dropout, I was actually literally on the road, and I become a child labor. You may be reading it, the prohibition of child labor, which is mentioned in the Constitution of India, and the adversities of the child labor. You may be studying in your syllabus that what is the child labor, definition of a child labor, and why a children should be given an education till their 14 years, which the government states Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan, compulsory education. They made it in Article 21A of the Constitution, that every children till 14 years to be given compulsory schooling. That's again compulsory mandatory schooling, that no one should be dropped out. But again, I was dropped out because that program was not available during the time. So I was not actually through. So when I was failing in all my subjects because of the learning disability I had, that's called dyslexia. There are so many learning disability the children may tend to have. But with these dyslexic learning disorder, I was pursuing my schooling. Don't think that I pursued my schooling like what you were pursuing in the best environment with the best resources what you have. I become a child labor because I didn't find anything to do. As I stated, no, that when you confine yourself in the home, your as your parents stated that you have become addicted to the computers because you didn't have an alternate to go out and play and to be with your friends. You created a WhatsApp group. You start interacting through the social networking, either Instagram or a Facebook, or rather the anything which you created as your profile, and you have your own WhatsApp group again. You are interacting, exchanging whatever the content which you prepared, and your friends again mutual exchange. I didn't have my friends. I didn't have my school. I didn't have my playground. I didn't have my classroom. I didn't have my desk. I didn't have my bench. It is all on the roadside, mechanic shop, radio repairing shop, mechanic vehicle repair shop, and these are all on the roadside. When I was on the roadside working, my same school friends, they were all moving in front of me, stating that, "Hi Nandakumar," that's what they are stating. "Nandakumar, ta ta da, jolly arkada." I mean, they used to state that I'm jolly at this side because I don't have a homework. I don't have anything to be because I always being a learning disorder. I never completed my homework. I never completed I had the capability even to have an attention because dyslexia is nothing but the learning disorder or learning disability learning disorder that to recognize the alphabet. Lexica means again that Lexia means again it's the alphabets connected. Any language I find it very difficult. I find it very difficult to learn English and Tamil. That was again my second language again, and my second language. So both languages, and if I couldn't, I did a spelling mistake. I couldn't comprehend. I couldn't understand. I could comprehend. I could not able to memorize. I could not able to write. I did a lot of mistakes actually. So teachers felt that it is to throw away from the school and let's be safe that we don't want to shoulder the responsibility of Nandakumar failures. I didn't want to shoulder my failures because they think that the school, the teacher will be blamed for my failures. Of course, maybe the school education system is also wrong that to fail to say someone that, and the teachers did not know why I failed. The teachers again, the school education did not know. My friends did not understand why I was failing consistently in all the subjects. And only after start preparing for civil service, I get to know because I was assessed that I'm dyslexic. And I never ever have taken advantage of this dyslexic claiming that I'm dyslexic also. I stated myself that when I was dyslexic only before the first time, that before the President of India, that is why Dr. Abdul Kalam sir in the year 2005, he stated this is a miracle. Miracle, something, someone, for someone it can happen. And you know that the calendar which was published in the global dyslexic, there is a global dyslexic institute actually, and the association. In that, when they last year again, before the corona, when they published the calendar, because this is a year now, they published the calendar, the that's again the calendar for the from Jan to December. When they start publishing the calendar, they were asking my profile and my with my photograph and my with my picture, and also for 12 months they want a statement. They want a statement to be handwritten. It is not actually typed up. So they stated to coin a sentence and give it to that World Dyslexic Association. I never knew why someone is asking in my handwriting, because if you look at someone's handwriting, you will feel, Arey, how beautiful it is, how artistic it is, and how muttu muttan சொல்லுவாங்கல்ல, that's again. That's what someone states again. If someone scribbles again, that's என்னோட வாத்தியார் சொல்லுவார். இந்த நான் படிக்கிறப்ப 6 டேய் என்னடா இது குப்பை மோட்டில் கோழி டான்ஸ் ஆன மாதிரி இருக்குது அப்படின்னுவார். சரி, this is what the terminology he used to say. ஏடா குப்பை மோட்டில் கோழி டான்ஸ் ஆன மாதிரி இருக்குது, ஒரே கிறுக்கலா இருக்குது அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு when he used to say, which again the scribbling handwriting, because it's scribbling handwriting that whatever I could at time, because I didn't develop a cursive writing. Remember that? Yet I'm to develop my, because I can't write as fast as, and I don't have the habitual to have a cursive writing. That is why I'm not able to write fast actually also. And even the strokes also, people, even I've seen that people at the third standard, fourth standard, they have a cursive writing. And they're able to write as fast as when the teacher is dictating and they written on the board. That I can't do it. I can't do it. So as being a child labor, with all the adversity, I have to wake up every day morning 5 o'clock, get ready, go to sell my lottery ticket again, and I'll be returning only at 11:30. Remember, now I was stating that live the life. In between, whenever I'm finding time, I was actually learning, reading, and learning the subject. I never by hearted because I don't have the capacity, and I don't have the capacity to read and understand. It is again I make someone to read and to listen to them and develop an understanding. And once I develop the understanding, I don't keep it as a knowledge. I try to see whatever the knowledge which I have acquired. I was actually looking at it. So that is where looking around. When I studied physics again till my 10th standard again, when I studied again because 8th physics and the 10th physics, when I read it again, I was looking around where these physics actually in my life, where this chemistry is in my life. H2O again. So I was looking at looking the surrounding, the environment, the ecology, everything, biology, science, physics again, chemistry, everything. I was looking in and around, where whatever I've learned in my life, whatever learned from the subject again, the books again, it is all existing somewhere. That whatever existing outside as being a physics, chemistry, biology, it is not an abstract science. Abstract science in the sense like it's not like a like something which you can't visualize or you can't even witness see. All the content given in your syllabus is only to develop a good human being, that to develop a sense of a logical personality. Don't think that you study science just to develop your science, that again that to be a good science person or to take your plus two science group and you want to become a doctor or engineer. It's not, that's only post, that's again a higher education specialization. If someone is thinking that I'm reading science only for to become an engineer or doctor, then it's again I say that it's highly that we are very narrow and micro in our perception. Don't think like that again. Whatever the knowledge which you are trying to acquire from your school, whatever the knowledge which you are trying to acquire, it's very important to apply in a day-to-day life. That's why I said live the life. Don't think that what you study it is actually distinct from what theoretically you study. We don't actually learn, we only study. That is why never we learn the life when we live. It's very important. You should learn when you live, and your parents should also have the same attitude. Your teacher should also have the same attitude. When you think that both has the same attitude, you will also first you think that you have to learn, maybe from the teacher, from your friends, from the environment, from the surrounding, from the ecology, from whatever you look at it. You always feel that you should learn. When you feel that you're learning, you are living the life and living the moment. And that is where, when you start living the moment again, when you start learning it, remember, it becomes your subconscious mind. That subconscious mind only tends to develop as an attitude, and based on your attitude, that becomes a behavior. So, as being a child labor, I was pursuing my 8th standard, my 10th standard. I never studied 7th and the 9th actually, because as a private study, whenever I find time, remember that I didn't have an exclusive time. You people like you go to your school and your teacher teaches. No one has taught me. It is again that all I've learned myself, and it is not that as you think I've learned. I need to read. It's very important. I need to read not less than 200 times a page. First, I need to look at the page constantly, at least not less than 30 to 40 times. I need to look at and familiarize the page because of dyslexic problem. I may misperceive the alphabets again. So at least a repeated looking at the pages again, observing the pages. I need to first observe the page, like what diagrams they have given, and with this diagram, what is the knowledge they're trying to make us to understand, and whatever understanding, whether I could be able to see and witness in my life. When I have understood, I used to correlate with my day-to-day life. When I correlate with my day-to-day life, I don't want to by heart and memorize and all the words again. I just keep it to that understanding. I don't. I never ever understand. I never ever because I don't have the capacity to memorize too many things in my life. Even sometimes again that I tend to forget my son's birthday and my wife's birthday, even my marriage also. My even sometimes I used to get scolding from my wife and son, stating that how casual you're forgetting your mother's birthday, your father's birthday, or your someone's again birthday. You are so casual. I said it's not, because I can't memorize just like that unless I feel that I have some kind of an association which is connected to my life again. So that is how I'm not able to. So I never had anything unnecessary in my mind which is not relevant to my life. What is relevant to my life again? It is part of my personality. That's because when I live the life every day, I live the life that whether it becomes my subconscious mind again, conscious mind, very deliberately. There's a term, no, that deliberately, consciously. It is not that. When I perform anything consciously, that those things emanate from my personality. I never memorize. I never. When I was singing this song, it is actually the context which I'm actually thinking about. It is not the verse actually I've memorized. It is the context and the description, that how beautiful description. That is why I could able to remember those words. Don't think that Nila காய்கிறது நிலம் தேய்கிறது நாளும் ரசிக்கு பாருங்க. Now I'm stuck up actually. When I'm reading it as words, when I'm looking at and reading it, I have stuck up. But when I singing it again, I have a compassion, I have a passion, I have an involvement, I have an interest, and that is making me. And it is again that the empathized expression that makes me to give words from my subconscious mind. The same way, when I look at the question, when I look at the situation, when I look at anything, my subconscious mind will give me the idea, and will give me the wisdom. That's called the wisdom. The knowledge now become part and parcel of my personality. It is not the knowledge which I possess actually. That becomes a wisdom, and that wisdom gives me an intuition what is right and wrong, and to understand the situation environment the best. And even it's I'm telling, I'm understanding the environment, understanding the people, understanding the context, understanding everything of the entire gamut. That's called the comprehension. That what you have it in your schooling, that's comprehension passage. So comprehension is nothing but beyond understanding. So you need to understand your life, you need to comprehend your life, and when you understand, and it is again an exceptional learning and exceptional acceptance of your success failure. Don't think that you can succeed, you can have a 100% success in your life. This is nothing but you are living your life. When I have failures today, that I've lived my life. But these failures should have made me to learn so many things out of failures. Don't think that failures is just a failure. Failure makes you to experience an extraordinary situation, both mentally and physically. This mentally and physical experience of the failures and the success, and even the process. I'm telling, success failure is actually the results, but the process involved in it again. That because success failure only in the fag end. It's not that I failed in between. I can't say I failed in between. I can't say that I succeeded in between. Not at all. It is again that though I failed 4 times, remember that I failed 4 times in the UPSC career, in this UPSC examination. In the fifth time, when I become an All India topper, when I stood before the President of India, these were the terms when my colleagues again who cleared this examination, they cleared because they raised the collars. No, that is what the term, the idiom raise the collars, raise your collars again. So they were raising their collars. It means that they had very good social background. Social background here meant their parents are highly educated, and most of the parents are some of the some of my batchmates' parents are both are IAS and both are IPS, and one is an IAS, one is an IPS again. Many parents are all very socially very advanced life again, economically well off, very economically well off, and educationally well off. And again, that is a point which I'm trying to come. Educationally well off. Most of my again that my I'm the only literature student for this batch actually, because I did my English literature. Rest others or I have actually 28 PhDs or postgrad. That's again PhDs again doctorates, 28 doctorates, and remember that I have 32 IIT graduates, IIT Kharagpur, IIT Delhi, IIT Madras, and IIT. There are again I'm telling IIT Bich Pilani, IIT, IIM, AIMS, all reputed institutions. When these institution names were displayed as a card, no placard, we used to have our placards, like our parental placards, our educational placards, our institutional placards, and all these placards are like a display, as a pride display. Always we have a pride display of someone's, like my father mother's background as placard to display very pride. You know, my father, my mother, my school, my college, my graduation, my economic status, my car, my watch, my brand. So all these were all the placards which you are showing it to someone, and you want to impress someone with the brand of someone and with the image of someone, that to state that how big am I, and that is where everyone was showing. Sir, I am from IIT. My father, my mother, and Abdul Kalam sir was really excited to look at those people. Oh, you're from IIT. I am names Bichpilani. Very well off people. Let's again educationally well off. But when my turn came up, sir, I didn't have a placard. The others placard, my father placard, my father parental, my parental background placard, nothing. So when I say it's again like a nil, my educational placard, I stated, no, Dr. Ambedkar Government Arts College, Vyasapati, that's in the slum actually. It's a government arts college. We don't even have a proper chair and a proper fan and proper light again. We actually, we were about to, we don't even have a regular sessions also. That's again in Vyasapati, that's in the slum actually. Only one college has given me now. The environment has slightly become better. But actually, I'm telling you, even I can't state that since there is it's stated Dr. Ambedkar, that the Ambedkar personality, maybe the national personality who gave the constitution may impress the president, Dr. Abdul Kalam sir. Oh, Dr. Ambedkar Law College? No, sir. I said it's not law college, arts and science. Arts and science college. Where it is, it's in Vyasapati. People know why Vyasapati, where it is. I came, it's a slum actually, but it is in history. When I said Vyasapati in the interview about Vyasapati, oh, from Madras presidency, oh, and I stated, see, I took the pride of my environment, though I didn't have a pride actually. So that is again, when my educational placard was shown, nothing again, it's blank. Again, I have the economic background placard. All these placard when I was showing, it is nothing to show, nothing to display before the president of this placard again. That when I come out of my airport or anywhere I go, people used to escort me, and to identify me, they used to call me. But sometimes when I go to any different station, my people used to have always to try to have a bouquet and stating my name and my designation, that Nandakumar IRS, Additional Commissioner of Income Tax. Again, they may state, and they may some inspector or some assistant commissioner, they will come and receive me with a placard stating that, sir, please are welcome, and they give me bouquet and greet me. Sir, would you had your breakfast? Are you fine, sir? Shall we go and have a coffee or a tea or a breakfast? And this is what the courtesy when they are getting it extended. These placards are to identify ourselves, but no placard is of ourselves. That is the personality, my personality. When others were showing their personality placard, they didn't have much of themselves that to show off, except their parental, educational, economical. They didn't have. Now I actually now my turn came up. So all my placards are all now nothing. I said blank and nil and nothing to. but I was showing my personality placard. So I simply stated, "Sir, I don't have anything to say myself about my background because I'm a school dropout, a child labor from a Dr. Ambedkar Government Arts College, an ordinary graduation for 51 percentage, and nothing great to impress you, sir. But only one thing which made me to qualify to stand before you, which made me to qualify and stand before you. And for the first time, God has given me the highest opportunity to reveal who am I. To reveal who am I, it's because I said I lived my life and I'm living my life. I lived not lived my life in the sense the past again. I am living my life. This moment, I know at one day, maybe my failures would have postponed happening, making it happen. But I know this will happen. This moment has happened. But God made me to reveal my personality for the first time before the president of India, not before anyone. I've never revealed that I'm dyslexic school dropout at any point of time, except my neighbors. That they all came to know only when I cleared this examination. They came to know that when did I pursued my 8th, 10th, and plus 2, and did my college and everything. They all know that I'm a child labor and going somewhere and coming to my home at night, midnight, to get slept. So when I stated, sir, this is what I only one thing I said. All these so many of my colleagues who stated well off. I'm not that well off. Only one thing, God has given me an opportunity. Maybe that is also luck. But my efforts and my learning, that is not a luck. My efforts and my learning, which I lived every day, that made me to stand before you because I lived the day and I'm living the day. Since I lived the day and I was living the day, I'm standing before you. I knew that this will happen. And all these so called educationally affluent, socially affluent, and economically affluent, they're all behind me in terms of rank. I'm already a number one, and the so called rich people, and I don't have any collars to raise. Then who am I? God has made me now only to understand this fool can make these many intellectuals to stand behind me if I live the life the best for the day and without any expectation from someone, I perform the best for each and every perception, whatever I look at and I see in this world. I learned science from my mechanical shed. I learned electrical engineering, electronic engineering from my radio repairing shop and sound engineering, acoustic engineering. I learned my civil engineering. When I was working along with construction sector as கொளத்து வேலையில சித்தாள் வேலைக்கு கல் தூக்கி கொடுக்குற வேலைக்கு all thing or what I've learned actually it is not the subject alone I've learned. I learned the life from each and every one, from each and every activity, from each and every process, from each and every situation every day. That has Siruduli Parivulam. The small drops makes the mighty ocean. That small drops of an experience and learning in my life every day had made my day again that to stand before the President of India, to reveal this fool's personality, to state, I'm the number one. And I don't feel pride and I never felt excited because number one would have given excitement to so many. And I never excited because I knew it may be sometimes luck to get number one, but I knew what I've learned. I knew that what I've actually experienced. I knew that I lived the best for whatever I did in the past. That I knew that I'll be somewhere subconsciously in my attitude and behavior. Even I would have failed in my civil service. I would have been lived the life the best wherever am I. And that is why I find time for everything to learn whatever I do. It is not just so live. Live is nothing but that's reality. The life again, visualizing where you want to be, what you want to be, when you want to be, why you want to be, how you want to be. That is the life actually. It's a process from death to again, from life to death again. The life is the process. Don't think that you failed or you wouldn't have the opportunity. In the process, again, there are many ups and downs again. That is again, these ups and downs again, when there is a down, there is an up. When there is an up, there is a down. Experience that ups and downs again. Your life is so dynamic every day to live the life the best. So my downs, all my down in my schooling, in my life, whatever I had the down, it has given me so much deep, so much down. Whatever my social, economical, and my educational down has compensated because it has now bounced actually. When as low as hitting the rock bottom, and when it started raising, it reached the maximum before the President of India, and I was the private secretary. Whatever I wrote to the President of India and the Prime Minister of India, I never knew that God will give me the highest opportunity for this dyslexic personality. What I've written will be have read by the President and Prime Minister. Whatever I've written as a draft speech again, that was read by the President and Prime Minister in the year 2012-13. I'm the youngest private secretary. And remember that this dyslexic and learning personality, I never felt one day my words, my thought will become the thought of the present prime minister that has become. So that is why God has given me the best life and the best identity, and for others it is the best. But still, I'm telling, still, I'm again that woods are lovely, dark and deep. I have miles to go before I sleep. That's what the Robert Frost has stated. I'm living my life, yet to explore my life. There are so many things again every day can make me to learn and experience. And that day, when I think that I'm the best, in that way, ரொம்ப அழகா சொல்லுவார் பாரதியார். என்னன்னா, the youth actually. That is where when I feel Bharati, I could able to feel its energy. அதுல ரொம்ப அழகான அந்த வார்த்தைகள் இருக்கும். That again, see, I'm using this again. இது யூஸ் பண்றது காரணம்னா, பாரதிய நான் நான் வந்து சொல்றப்ப, தமிழ்ல சொல்றப்பதான் பாரதிய என்னால அவ்வளவு உச்சரிப்போட அவ்வளவு உணர்ச்சியோட சொல்ல முடியும். ரொம்ப அழகா பாரதி யூஸ் டு சே, என்ன சொல்லுவார் தெரியுமா? ரொம்ப அழகா, உச்சி மீது வானிடிந்து வீழுகின்ற போதிலும், ரொம்ப அழகான வார்த்தை, உச்சி மீது வானிடிந்து வீழுகின்ற போதிலும் அச்சமில்லை 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 என்பதை அப்படின்னு பாருங்க. அந்த மாதிரிதான் அந்த அளவுக்கு கான்பிடன்ஸ் பாரதியோட அந்த போயட்டிக் டிஸ்கிரிப்ஷன்ல. அதுல இன்னொரு வார்த்தை, அக்கினி குஞ்சொன்று கண்டேன், அக்கினி குஞ்சொன்று கண்டேன், அதை அங்கொரு காட்டிலோர் முந்திரை வைத்தேன். ரொம்ப அழகான வார்த்தைகள். இந்த கேட்கிற எல்லாருமே இந்த வார்த்தைகளை ரொம்ப அழகா புரிஞ்சுக்கணும். அக்கினி குஞ்சொன்று கண்டேன், அதை அங்கொரு காட்டிலோர் முந்திரை வைத்தேன், வெந்து தணிந்தது காடு, வெந்து தணிந்தது காடு, தழல் வீரத்தில் முப்பென்றும் குஞ்சென்றும் உண்டோ, தத்தருகிறது தருகிறது தோம். பாருங்க என்ன அழகான அந்த அந்த எந்து வேணும் அப்படின்றதுக்காகவே அக்னி குஞ்சொன்று கண்டேன் அப்படின்னா, that's again the fire in everyone, fire in each and every youth of the youngster of the India. அக்னி குஞ்சொன்று கண்டேன், அதை அங்கோரு காட்டிலோர் பொந்திடை வைத்தேன், காட்டிலோர் பொந்திடை வைத்தேன். Again, that's this fire, this youth fire within you, that what you want to aspire for. When it's kept in the forest, it will burn the entire forest like an Amazon fire. A small fire can make a mighty forest fire. Like same way, that your energy should try to destroy all the negatives and whatever the obstacles which you have in your life again. அக்கினி குஞ்சொன்று கண்டேன், அதை அங்கொரு காட்டிலோர் பொந்திடை வைத்தேன், வெந்து தணிந்தது காடு, வெந்து தணிந்தது காடு, கடல் வீரத்தில் முப்பென்றும் குஞ்சொன்றும் உண்டோ, தத்தருகிறது தருகிறது தோம். பாருங்க என்ன அழகா தாளம் போடுறாரு பாருங்க. தத்தருகிறது தருகிறது தோம், தகதத்தருகிறது தருகிறது தோம் அப்படின்னு, தத்தருகிறது தருகிறது தோம். How actually your personality should have to march. That is where when I feel Bharati, that the energy inspires me and makes me to state who am I. So I derive energy from the environment. I derive energy from the ecology. I derive energy from everyone. I derive energy from failures. That's because I live the life the best. Thank you, friends, and all the best. I wish everyone to live the life the best and to see in flying colors. I thank the SAM Academy, the academy group of schools, and all the school children, my friends, and the parents and the teachers. If at all any teachers again looking at it, the teachers again have a right perception about everyone. When you have a right perception about everyone, you will live your natural life. You will start exploring your natural personality, and you will be where you want to be. All the best. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. So we love the way, like how you called our students, because generally it's new for us to call the children as friends. So hereafter we will take that from you. And before going on to the questions, you have an amazing and soothing voice, sir. Really, we enjoyed a lot, and you made us to remember that we do have a playlist, and we should. I think today I should go and go through it, and from your speech, it was very well understood that the common statement which we give, I don't find time to do this, okay, it's just an excuse, I feel. Okay, so even though there is a talk that motivational speakers they reiterate on the same point, but what we personally feel is when someone comes in between our life and pour in some thoughts, really it is so it is like we can start where we are, and it is an opportunity for us to ask us how many placards am I holding. Okay, so how many should I drop it down, and what is the new placard which I should show to the world about myself. So it was a very good take home, and it was a very good lesson for us. Thank you so much, sir. And your determination and confidence was really it was amazing. The point which you told, I know this will happen. Okay, so I don't know how many of us have that confidence in us, maybe the younger children. Okay, because always they are doubtful whether I will score good or not. So even though they are very good in their education, but I think this confidence our children lack. So that was really inspiring. So I know that this will happen. So you have decided where you will be, maybe 10 to 5 years I go. So that was really inspiring, sir. Thank you so much. And we have few questions posted by our parents. And so even though you told that life is a comprehension, we have to take everything. But this question was posted very well before your statement. So let me read out that. What are the most important things to you in life? So how would you prioritize, or do you go by your priorities, or
Yeah, yeah. See, sometimes what are most important things in life? Again, see, many times what we try to think which is important is all material things actually, and that is why we always go behind and we lose our life. That's again, it's not that the material things are not that important or rather too important actually, but see, someone has to visualize the life. That is what I'm stating. Someone has to visualize the life. When you start visualizing the life, you will get what you wanted to that life. See, when I'm buying a car, either I should drive or if I should appoint a driver to drive. If I don't, I bought the car, and if I don't drive and I don't even appoint a driver to drive, then what is the purpose of having a car in our home? And I never even allow the others to drive the car. So this is the same way. It is again the priority. Someone should know what is my priority for the life which I want to live, and that is where it is. Whether it's an economic life or a social life or a political life, any life actually. See, it is again. See, I bought a car. Since I bought the car, doesn't mean that I own the car. I know that I'm owning the car. Am I knowing the driving to drive? Do I know to drive the car? That's the second. That's the first question. And if I do not know the driving, now I can at least make sure that I keep the driver to drive. And if I don't even allow someone to drive also, then the purpose of having the car and investing money into it, this is where even for the children also, very important, you teach your children that how to drive themselves. It is not that you keep a driver and you make them to sit behind and you make them to drop it somewhere, and from that point you make them to walk or you make them to travel in some other car. You see, as parent, We are not making our children that to drive their own vehicle. That's again, they drive their own personality. And we always make someone to put as a driver, we ourselves as a driver, or some teachers as a driver. That is what I was stating. See, it is again that my driving perception is totally a different one, based on everyone's driving. That when I'm in the driver's seat, my perception is totally different. My driving perception is totally different. But sitting behind, I may feel, why he is driving this rash? Why he is driving this in very awkward manner? But when I go and start driving, the person who was sitting behind will also feel the same. So it is not that what is priority to my life and what is actually the essentials of life. Again, everyone, that is the life. When you are not feeling what is essential for your life, what is priority for your life, then what is the purpose of this education and this money what you have? You need to see, when I felt that when I was working in the mechanic shed, I felt that I want to pursue my schooling. And I know that how to pursue my schooling. I may just drop out, no school is ready to take, and how to pursue. So I felt, okay, remember, when my mind is strong to pursue education, all of a sudden, that is where the environment and the ecology and the nature will give you the opportunity. So when I was thinking that how to pursue, everyone, my classmates are all, they're all pursuing my 7th standard, 8th standard, 9th standard, 10th standard, what I'm going to do. So at one point of time, one of my friends, he stated, Are, you can write your 8th standard, 10th standard as being a private student. Private student? What is private student? You go and apply to the DPI, whatever subject you are applying, you go and apply. You will you will apply and you can read yourself, and you go, they'll send you the hall ticket and you will. So see, my mind is perceiving that I want to pursue, I want to continue my education, because I never had an interest to continue my education. But some kind of like, no, when something is taken away from us, now you will feel, start all of us feel that you will feel that you are deprived of, or you are not devoid of, deprived of it. No. So now I felt to compensate. Now priority is actually to work. My actual physical work priority is to work in the mechanic shed. But my subconscious mind priority, now I should pursue, this is not the physical priority. My physical priority is to work in the mechanic shed. But my subconscious priority, no, 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 I should find time whenever mechanic shed boss is not there. What I used to do, I used to tear off all the pages of the main. See, because I never bought the text from the school or from the textbook shop. I used to buy these texts from the second hand, that kilo, whatever, that we go and dump all our waste papers. No, from the waste paper shop, that Anna, I used to ask Anna, in the book எடுத்துக்கிறேன்னா அப்படின்னு. ஓகே எடுத்துக்கடா அப்படின்னு. சரியா, அது நான் காசு கொடுத்து வாங்கினது கிடையாது ஆக்சுவலா. ஆனா இந்த எட்டாவது புக், ஏன்னா ஆஃப்டர் ஸ்கூல் டேஸ் பீப்புள் வில் த்ரோ இட் டு தி வேஸ்ட் பேப்பர் மாட்டணும். ஸோ ஆனால் இந்த புக் எடுத்துக்கணும், அவன் எடுத்துக்கிட்டா அப்படின்னு. Remember that I pursued, I started pursuing because I didn't have money to buy a book actually. நான் என்ன பண்ணேன்னா, ஒரு டைம் எக்ஸாம் போய் உட்காந்துட்டேன். நான் +2ல ஐ டுக் மேக்ஸ் அண்ட் எக்கனாமிக்ஸ். நான் எக்கனாமிக்ஸ் பேப்பர்லாம் படிச்சு போய் உட்காந்து பார்த்தா, நான் படிச்சதும் அங்க அந்த கொஸ்டின்ல இருந்ததும் ஒன்றும் வரல, ஆக்சுவலா ஒண்ணுமே இல்லை. ஏன்னா அப்புறம் தெரிஞ்சது பார்த்தா, நான் பழைய சிலபஸ் புக், அந்த கடையில இருந்து எடுத்த புக்ல பழைய சிலபஸ் புக் எடுத்து படிச்சிருக்கேன். ஐயோ, see, then only, but என்னன்னா, even though I've read the old syllabus, where the content what I've read in the old syllabus, based on the content, that content understanding, I answered the question. And I actually, அந்த பேப்பர்ல தான் நான் நிறைய மார்க் எடுத்தேன். அதாவது எது irrelevant-ஆ நான் படிச்சேன்னு நினைச்சோமோ, வெளியில வந்து பார்த்தேன், என்னடா புக் irrelevant-ஆ இருக்கு அப்படின்னு பார்த்தேன். மற்றதுலாம் கொஞ்சம் பார்டர் மார்க் வாங்கி பாஸ் பண்ணிட்டேன். ஏன்னா எனக்கு வந்து 538 தான். அவுட் ஆஃப் 1200 I scored only 538. இப்போ ப்ரையாரிட்டி சரியான புக்கு படிக்கிறதா இல்லை படிக்கிறதா அப்படின்னு வரப்ப, நான் எதையோ ஒன்று படிச்சிட்டேன். ஆனா படிச்ச நாலேஜை வச்சு எக்ஸாம் வரப்ப நம்ம படிச்ச மாதிரி இல்லையே அப்படின்றப்ப நான் அப்படி யோசிக்கல. நாம ஒரு விஷயத்தை இப்படி அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்ட் பண்ணோம், அதே அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்டிங்க ஏன் இந்த கான்செப்டுக்கு எக்ஸ்டெண்ட் பண்ணக்கூடாது அப்படின்னு கான்செப்டை மட்டும் ஐ எக்ஸ்டெண்டட் டு த சேம் எக்கனாமிக் சைக்கிள்ல, தட் வாட் எவர் இந்தியன் இந்தியன் எக்கானமி நான் படிச்சதுல எக்கனாமிக்ஸ் படிச்சது இல்லாம மேக்ரோ எக்கனாமிக்ஸ் மைக்ரோ எக்கனாமிக்ஸ் படிச்சதுல இதே சைக்கிள் தான். டிமாண்ட் சப்ளை கர்வு ஆர் எனிதிங் அகைன் தட் இன்ஃப்ளேஷன் எவ்ரிதிங் அது கர்வ் அகைன் எல்லாமே படிச்சப்ப நான் படிச்சப்ப பார்த்தேன் நான். ஓ, கான்செப்ட் அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்ட் பண்ணிட்டோம். இந்த கான்செப்ட் பேஸ் பண்ணி கான்செப்ட் வேற யாருன்னா அதே மாதிரி தானே இருக்கு. சைக்கிள் எவ்ரிதிங் இஸ் சைக்கிள். சைக்கிள் வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா அப் இருக்கிறப்ப டிமாண்ட் நிறைய இருக்கும், டவுன் இருக்கப்ப டிமாண்ட் கம்மியா இருக்கும், அப் இருக்கிறப்ப வேலை ஜாஸ்தியா இருக்கும், டவுன் இருக்கப்ப வேலை கம்மியா இருக்கும். இதுதான் ஜெனரல் அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்டிங். So what I have understood for the old syllabus and the old text, concept understanding made me to handle the examination situation though it was not relevant. ஆனா அப்புறம் தான் வெளியில தெரிஞ்சது, என்னடா இது இது எங்கடா இருக்கு அப்படின்னு கேட்டேன். நான் எழுதிட்டு இது எங்கடா இருக்கு அப்படின்னு கேட்டா, இல்ல புக்ல இருக்கலையே, நான் படிக்கவே இல்லை அப்படின்னு. ஏன்னா எழுதி முடிச்சு எனக்கு ஸ்கூல் ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஸ் எல்லாம் கிடையாது. நாங்க எழுதுனவங்க என்னோட ஹால்ல எழுதுனவங்க கொஞ்சம் நிறைய பேர் பிரைவேட், அப்பதான் தெரியும் நிறைய பேர் டிராப் அவுட் ஆகி பிரைவேட்டா எழுதுறாங்க அப்படின்னு. டே இது இருக்குடா, அங்கதான் இருக்கு இந்த பாரு அப்படின்னு பார்த்தப்ப டைமண்ட் கைடு தான் இருந்தது. எடுத்து பார்த்தா ஆமா, நான் வந்து பார்த்தா என்னோட சிலபஸ் கண்டென்ட் பார்த்தா அந்த முன்னாடி இருக்கிறத பார்த்தா அது பார்த்தா வேறையா இருக்குது. நான் நினைச்சேன் சரி ஃபெயில் ஆயிடுவோம் அப்படின்னு. லைஃப்ல ப்ரையாரிட்டின்னு சொன்னால, ப்ரையாரிட்டியும் இந்த நீங்க சொல்றது வாட் இஸ் இம்பார்ட்டன்ட் இன் லைஃப் அப்படின்னு. see it is not that always you think this is important, that is important. You go, you will know for that situation what is important, what is priority. It is not that fixed priority and fixed importance எல்லாம் ஒண்ணுமே கிடையாது லைஃப்ல. அப்படி ஏதாவது ஃபிக்ஸ்ட் ப்ரையாரிட்டி இம்பார்ட்டன்ஸ் வச்சிருந்தா அதுதான் இருக்கிறதுலே சூடோவா இருக்கு, இல்லைன்னா போகஸா இருக்கு. ஆக்சுவலா when you start moving and traveling you will know the priority gets changing. I thought I want to be a singer. நான் வந்து நல்லா பாடுவேன், நான் நல்லா ஸ்கூல் போவாங்க ட்ரூப்ல இருந்தேன். ஆக்சுவலா நல்லா பாடுவேன், சிங்கர் ஆகணும் அப்படின்னு ஆசை, எஸ்பிபி மாதிரி அப்படின்னு. இப்போ இன்னைக்கு பாடுறேன் இல்லையா, இது வந்து நான் இன்ஃபேக்ட் சினிமா ட்ராக்லாம் பாடிட்டேன். சிங்கர் ஆகணும் அப்படின்றது ஆசை, ஆனா சிங்கர் ஆகல. ஆனா டெய்லி பாடுறேன். சிங்கர் ஆகல அப்படின்றதுக்காக வாய மூடிட்டு இல்ல. 6வதுல நான் ஸ்கூல் விட்டு நிக்கிறப்ப நான் பெரிய ஆர்டிஸ்ட் ஆகணும். ஏன்னா அப்பதான் கேம்லின் ஸ்கூல் விட்டு நிக்கிறேன், கேம்லின் காம்படிஷன்ல நேஷனல் காம்படிஷன்ல எனக்கு ஆல் இண்டியா ஃபர்ஸ்ட் பிரைஸ் கிடைச்சது இருக்கு. அந்த அந்த கேம்லின் காம்படிஷன்ல நான் வரைஞ்ச அந்த விஷயம் தான் இந்த எக்ஸாமினேஷன்ல என்ன இந்த டிஸ்லெக்சியாவை காம்பன்சேட் பண்றதுக்கு என்ன ரியலைஸ் பண்ண வச்சு, என்ன விஷுவலைஸ் பண்ண வச்சு, என்ன ரியலைஸ் பண்ண வச்சு நான் எப்படி சக்சீட் பண்ணும் அப்படின்ற என்னோட பர்சனாலிட்டியை கஸ்டமைஸ் பண்ண வச்சுதே. சரியா, இன்னைக்கு எது இம்பார்ட்டன்ட் நினைக்கிறீங்களோ அது நாளைக்கு இம்பார்ட்டன்டா இல்லாம போகும். இன்னைக்கு எது ப்ரையாரிட்டி நினைக்கிறீங்களோ அது நாளைக்கு ப்ரையாரிட்டி இல்லாம போகும். அந்தந்த டைம்ல எது ப்ரையாரிட்டி, எது இம்பார்ட்டன்ட், எது ரெலவெண்ட், எது ரிலவெண்ட் அப்படின்றத சென்ஸ் பண்றதுக்கு பேர் தான் விஸ்டம். அதை தான் நீங்க உங்க பசங்களுக்கு சொல்லி கொடுக்கணும். அப்படி சொல்லி கொடுத்தீங்கன்னா வாழ்க்கையில இதுதான் முக்கியம் அப்படின்னு பெர்மனண்டா எதுவும் கிடையாது. ஆக்சுவலா அப்படி இருந்திருந்தா நான் வந்து அந்த எக்கனாமிக் சப்ஜெக்ட்ல ஃபெயில் ஆயிருக்கணும். நான் சொன்ன மாதிரி என்னோட லைஃப்ல நான் நிறைய பண்ண விஷயங்கள்லாம் இரலவெண்டா இருந்தாலும் எங்கேயோ ஒரு இடத்துல அது என்ன வாழ்க்கையை கத்துக்க வச்சு அது ஃபியூச்சர்ல வரக்கூடிய அந்த அந்த சுச்சுவேஷனை ஹேண்டில் பண்றதுக்கு உதவச்சோ அப்படின்றதுனால தான் ஃபெயிலியர்ஸ்ல இருந்ததுலாம் கூட நான் இம்பார்ட்டன்ஸ் கொடுத்து அதுவும் ப்ரையாரிட்டி கொடுத்து அதுவும் கத்துக்க ஆரம்பிச்சேன். ஸோ இம்பார்ட்டன்ஸ் ப்ரையாரிட்டின்னு லைஃப்ல பாத்தீங்கன்னா நீங்க எதை அடையணும்னு நினைக்கிறீங்களோ அதுக்கு எது வேணும் எது வேணாம் அப்படின்றத நீங்க தெரிஞ்சுக்கிறது தான் உங்களோட ப்ரையாரிட்டி, உங்களோட இம்பார்ட்டன்ஸ்.
Thank you, sir. It was great. The answer you have given is very great. We have one more question from a parent. That is, they feel that we have not taught the generation how to fill India. That is why a high suicide rate among young generation.
Yeah, சொல்லுங்க.
So I'm just continuing with the question, which one of our parent has posted. Actually, there is a high suicide rate among the young generation. So what ways the parents are not able to teach a right thing to the student?
What is high rate
where they are lacking?
High rate of?
And how to take care?
See,
suicide among the young generation.
This is very common because at every point of time it's not only the young generation, it's again most of them. When we are depressed and we feel that it's beyond our capacity and beyond our limit, again everyone tend to have this kind of a thought. Actually it's only a thought. This is again that it is this is also due to anxiety. That is what psychologically people used to say, and anxiety. These anxiety are created by the academic by the academy and also by the parents, because you try to state that always you try to state that what you want to become right from your school days again, that you want to become a doctor, engineer from this institution, that institution, or your life will become very miserable. You do not know, you see that guy is getting first rank and scoring very high, that what your array, you will become nonsense. And you see the comparison of each and every individual with others. We ourselves, we are also, we, even though others, when others compare, we feel it's unfair, but we also compare ourselves with others, and that is why we are not contented and we don't live the life. We always think that I will live the next day the best one. I don't live the day today the best one. So that is always, tomorrow will be. I always think that tomorrow will be the best. When I feel today is miserable, when I couldn't tolerate, the attitude leads to this kind of negative thoughts actually. These negative thoughts should be cleansed each and every time. You require a cleansing. Everyone will get depression. Everyone will get anxiety, and everyone will actually have the low morale when they fail, when they do. But it is again that someone requires a natural healing, natural up, natural morale, everything to again. And every by nature, every organism has this attitude. It's only the human being, because we live an artificial life. We want to, the socio-economic status again, that there is called self-esteem, self-actualization. The self-esteem, you feel that self-esteem is ascertained by someone. I don't want to lower my self-esteem by others again. When someone does not acknowledge me, when someone does not again, I'm actually a little upset and little again. So that excites me and makes my mind so miserable, and that is the reason this miserability and this adversity which we perceive when we are in the living in the reality, that makes us to provoke ourselves towards these negative attitude. We should teach our it's not the teaching, we should live as an example, whether it's a teacher or whether it's again the parent. The parents, when your failures, you should tell your failures to your children. And the teacher should also know now, they should also teach when they fail what should be their attitude. There is no actually the attitude we are trying to develop for the failures. All the teachers and the academy, they are only trying to make the children to be successful in their life, but they do not know to teach about what is a failure, when failure, why failure, how failure, and if really there is a learning, something to learn from the failures. Is actually a failure a treasure? Failure is a goodwill. Failure is actually, I'm telling you, the multinationals, again, the big multinationals, actually, they don't take people who are consistently succeeding, 100% succeeding in their academic life and in the career life. Because when someone has consistently and have 100% success, it means that he has not experienced failures and have a personality to handle failures again. Only if someone has experienced failures, now he will develop the attitude and the behavior and how to approach the failures and to evolve. That is why many multinationals, they try to take people who are extraordinary during their failures. It is not who are extraordinary when they succeed. That is a normal psychology. Who are failures, who are extraordinary. That is why the history I stated, no, that when they World Dyslexic Calendar, I said Einstein, Steve Jobs, Muhammad Ali. There are so many personalities where actually they're all dyslexic. They're all dyslexic actually. Among that, the great intellectuals of those people, my birth month is actually September. They published, the World Dyslexic Calendar has published my profile because Einstein was also thrown out from the school, but her mother did not give the sense that she was thrown out of the school. She gave the methodology to live the best and to pursue his curiosity and his creativity in the science field by providing an ample opportunity that her child is no way less than the child who is pursuing graduation schooling in the regular format. Every parent are expected to see this symptom, the failure syndrome. The failure syndrome again, that the syndrome should be taught even during the childhood days, their boyhood and their girlhood days again. Then only they will start living. They will start live the best when they complete their graduation, enter any career, enter into their married life, enter into someone's personal life again. Many social relationship which they may understand, moderate, and they will learn that we need to sustain and sustain and gain. See, again, you need to sustain to gain, then only you will live the life. It is not that I'm stating even failure symptom, that means I'm not living the life. I want someone is feeling that I need to end my life because I'm not able to live. Even in the adversity, even in the failures, during failures, even that you have life for the next day. So think that your next day will be the best, but you should live the day the best. That is where the content which I was telling. I never thought that my life was in adverse when I lived as a child labor. I knew because I was on the slum. I was living in the slum when I was a child labor. But when I was working with the president and the prime minister office, I lived in the president palace where I was given the room allotment in the president palace. I was living. I had a palatious again life again. See, think again that God has given me the highest life standards, the standard of living. Remember that standard of living was the highest actually. I had an orderly everything. People were serving me. People were. I didn't even have someone to ask me. Did I had my breakfast, my lunch again? I lived my life even not having my food for more than 3-4 days actually. Even during when I was preparing for civil jobs. Don't think that when I was child labor, I starved a lot actually. So I starved very much again. But I lived tomorrow. I will live the best. That means tomorrow here meant the life process as such. At one time, my life will be the best again. So until then, I sustain to gain.
Truly,
Thank you,
your
sir.
life is an inspiration to many of them, sir. Actually, we need to learn a lot from your life and how to take everything in a positive way. That is what I feel from what you have said. One more question. What is your opinion when kids go abroad for education or job, and your opinion on brain drain?
See, you can learn from everywhere. If your children prefers to go to abroad, see the purpose. It is to learn in a better environment, learn a better knowledge, learn from a better faculty, learn from a better institution. It is the opportunity created. But remember, whatever the opportunities which you have created for your children, that with that opportunity, if they excel in their life and their career, then nothing wrong. Instead of brain in the drain, let the brain drain outside also. Not that drain is again that's all the artificial term. Even you're living as an NRI or a person of Indian origin, you bring laurels to your country. Don't think that we need to get utilized because that all are those who are in Chennai all migrated only. Can someone say that you should live your life? See, as I'm migrating from India to abroad, the same way the migration from my rural area to I've settled in my now urban area. Can I say someone state that it is again that the migration is again not a meaningful one. I should have go and get settled in my get live will live my life only in the rural area. It's not that. If your life wants to be performed the best again, go anywhere and excel anywhere. Because my first option is to only aspiring for Indian Foreign Service, that to serve the embassies and to state that the to establish the national identity of the India across globe. Yes, I did. Yes, I did, and I did again. Remember that I did what the best I have in my career actually. Not only the career and this is the I'm telling you. Though I was opting Indian Foreign Service, I was not allotted Indian Foreign Service because the vacancy did not exist during my time for my from though I secured the rank actually. Remember that the life what actually I was thinking, though I've served the missions again and the country, the greater capacity. Now every year I'm reaching 3.5 lakh rural, garment, slum, semi-urban, tribal, and all these children. 3.5 lakh the school children, college children, and 30,000 government school teachers every year. And I'm telling not all together. Every year I'm reaching 3 point, just like that. I choose. I'm going across India. Yesterday also I was taking the economic session, and even last month again I was teaching civil service because I'm grooming civil service aspirants. Because anyone who is becoming civil servant from Tamil Nadu, they can't escape my personality grooming from escape away from my personality grooming, because I'm grooming near about 20,000 to 30,000 civil service aspirants across India every year at free of cost again, that where I'm using my personality. God has given me the education and to excel in the career. It is to take an opportunity not only to excel in my career. It is to excel outside my career, like 3.5 lakh rural government school children, tribal children, slum school children, government school, 30,000 government school teachers. I train them. You see every personality, every children has a personality, great personality. Don't ever think them underestimate and try to undermine the children's potential. Everyone have potential, and that is how the children. I'm actually grooming them on the learning disability and the teaching methodology, and even how simple someone can excel in the civil service aspiration. So this is how all put together, I'm reaching not less than 4 lakh human resource of India. This is what stated by Dr. Abdul Kalam, that to make India the developed country, that human resource should be strengthened. It is not that the concept of brain drain is wrongly interpreted. Let one single individual go outside, gain outside, and all the proceeds again, that when it's coming inside India, it is ultimately the India is gaining in terms of foreign exchange and in terms of internal capacity to the greater humanity. So when someone would have thought again that all the multinationals now headed only by the great Indians, again the person of Indian origin like Sundar Pichai, who is again a person of Indian origin, even Indra Nooyi, and there are so many like now Kamala Harris again. That they are all person of Indian origin who have now had a greater opportunity becoming the vice president of the US. Same way, if your children has potential to go and explore the outside world, don't think it's only a brain drain. One single individual can't drain India, because India has its own heritage. India has its own culture. Even though when we go out, we retain the personality, we retain the culture, we retain the discipline, we retain the intricacies of the Indian diversity, Indian unity and diversity. So it's not simple term that we are training India, or rather someone trains India by going outside India.
That is a very positive note, sir. Thank you so much. And really, you are a very inspiring person, because once we get into success, we tend to take rest, and we try to flaunt what we have done. So, what you are doing now is a great job. When 1 hour of your time can bring a difference within us, and when you are sparing so much of time and reaching the younger generation, will definitely bring a very massive change to the society and country. Great job, sir, and thank you so much for that. And it's time to welcome our beloved principal, Mrs. Padmapriya, who strongly believes that every moment unlocks the path to receive blessings, and it is really important on how to react to the positive and negative situations which is around us. So she strongly believes in that. So I welcome Mrs. Padmapriya, ma'am, to share your thoughts, ma'am. Ma'am, you're in mute, ma'am. Excuse me.
Mute. Thanks for that. And good morning to audience. And thank you, Nandakumar sir. It was this 1 hour was really inspirational. Every incident of your life, which you openly shared, and your learning ability from every aspect of your opportunity. No opportunity can be very small or big. It can be very simple or grand, but the way you utilized it had made you reach that. So evident example which everybody should look into and learn. So that opportunity you created, and every life, created by God is for a reason. That I strongly believe. And you said we all have got gifted with intuition. Every human being is that naturally gifted, and only thing we should have that charisma or the energy to realize that intuition and take it into life. And as you said, universe has strong ears and it has great sense to listen to us. Even prayers, we do pray and throw away all the energy from our mind. So the subconscious mind, which re- reiterates the thought or the wish, it has been thrown to the universe, it definitely answers. So nature has that thing. Only thing, the connectivity is missing because of this day-to-day life. No, we miss out to see. No, the very small things which you quoted, a butterfly in the garden, or could be the honeybee's little sound, which we miss out every day to listen to the tuning, and even the drop of water in the raindrop, which falls into a tub. That is actually a kind of a meditation when you listen to. We miss out small enjoyment around us, which we should learn. As you said, every word, every phrase, every kind of a spot of light is an inspiration which could change your aspect and perception. And opinion about others, which you said, we know better than others because we, as you said, live the life. And even beyond, like father, mother, our parents, or our friends, we know ourselves, what is the strength, what is the weakness, what is that which I can bring out the best in me. That myself, none others could actually know better. So you made us realize to bring out the best in oneself into the forum, which actually is called a personality. You put it in a very in a neat and a very clear manner without all these technical terms. But actually, that it is what called a personality is. And handling all complicated things in life, of course, it's really true, because children nowadays wanted instant gratification, instant enjoyment, everything should be quick. The process they leave it, but the end result is what they wanted immediately. So we actually have to love the process and the way we travel to reach the destination. That children, we as teachers in Zan Academy, hopefully will do that. uh, that as aspired end result is because of the joyful process in life. So every day is that joyful uh, day to reach that happy note in life. So with that, I thank you very much for inspiring a lot of people around through this forum, especially our parents and students. Hope this small note of every incident in your life could change many individuals from SAN. Okay. Thank you very much, sir.
Please welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
And the best wishes
Thank you.
for my friends and also the parents and all the school teaching faculty and non-teaching faculty also.
Thank you very
Wonderful.
much.
Welcome.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.